TaiRox Extended PO Receipt Entry is a feature-packed replacement for the Sage 300 PO Receipt Entry screen. It provides faster access to POs, receipts, vendors, and items, and it lets you look up vendor information, display any vendor optional fields on the Extended PO Receipt Entry screen, optionally require PO numbers on receipts for all or selected vendors, show on-hand, on-sales order, on PO, committed, and available quantities for items, display item quantities at other inventory locations and at affiliated company locations, update the drop ship setting and shipping addresses for dozens of detail lines at once, receive items by line number, vendor item number, and several other orders, and default new job costing receipt lines to the same contract, project, and category selections as the previously entered line. Let's launch the program and see these features in Extended PO Receipt Entry. For this demo, I'll use the PO Smart Finder to look up an order from Gould Manufacturing. I'll enter Go June to find it. Notice that this works nicely because the Smart Finder searches through a large number of receipt entry fields, and I previously typed the vendor name and order month in the PO reference field. Notice also that Extended PO Receipt Entry displays a set of vendor optional fields right on the screen. The same optional fields are also on the PO entry screen, letting you view notes concerning the account during data entry and also view PO and receipt requirements. You'll see that one of the fields is Require Purchase Order Number. The program won't let you post a receipt unless it includes the PO number. And another field provides contact information for the vendor's purchasing contact. This is useful information to have on hand. You specify which optional fields to display on PO transaction screens in the Options program for TaiRox productivity tools. If you want to quickly view more vendor information, you can click the Vendor Inquiry button beside the vendor name field. If I click on a line in the item grid, the receipt entry screen shows me item quantities for the current location and all inventory locations. And I can also display, at the bottom of the screen or in a separate pop-up window, item quantities for any affiliated company, or for a specific group of locations. For example, all locations in a particular region. You'll notice 3 new buttons directly under the Receipt Details grid. You'll use the Item Finder if entering a new receipt without referencing a PO. The Item Finder lets you quickly find inventory items by searching through a number of inventory item fields, or by searching for the manufacturer's item number or description. The Drop Ship button lets you set the Drop Ship column for multiple receipt detail lines at once to Yes, and assign them all to the same drop ship address, rather than assigning them one at a time using the Drop Ship column heading Zoom button. This functionality also appears in the Extended Purchase Order Entry screen. If you're receiving items for an existing PO, the drop ship addresses should already be there. If they aren't, however, you can add them easily. You just pick the shipment address and double-click the Include column, select Yes, for each item that you want to drop ship to the selected address. Let's receive some items on this PO. If it's a simple shipment and you know that it includes all item quantities from the PO, you can just click the standard Receive All button. However, in most cases, you'll need to verify what you've got. The Receive button lets you display the PO items by up to 3 levels of sort order. Order choices are by line number, vendor item number, item description, quantity received, received to date, and quantity outstanding. I'll choose vendor item number and click the Load button. This lets me easily look up PO items when the items on the shipment are identified only by the vendor's item numbers. I can then enter the quantity for each item and then close the window. Finally, to speed up data entry for job costing receipts, Extended PO Receipt Entry will default new inserted lines to the previous entry's selections for contract, project, and category when multiple lines use the same selections. That completes a quick look at Extended PO Receipt Entry, one of over 50 TaiRox productivity tools. Please visit the TaiRox website for more detailed information about productivity tools and other TaiRox products for Sage 300.